Welcome everybody, Neurotic Gamer here, taking a look at Bioshock Infinite, giving you a heads up of any kind of performance issues, graphics options, and how I consider it to run on my medium gaming system. Just to get out there first, the system that I'm running, I will have the specs in the description of the video, but just the basics of it. I got 8 gigabytes of RAM, GTX 660 Superclocked edition, non-TI. And for my processor, I have a 965 Black Edition AMD Phenom, overclocked to 4 gigahertz. So, Bioshock Infinite just released. Took me about 9 hours, 10 hours to beat as far as Steam logged. So, not an incredibly long game, but a very good game. Some people I've seen takes 10 to 12 hours, even up to 15 hours. Some people have reported online, which I'm not sure how long, unless you're really exploring every nook and cranny of the game. I don't know how it could take that long, but it kind of has the double-edged sword of it in that the further you get along in the game, the more you want to know what's happening, and the more the story kicks in. So I found myself, you know, flying through it just to kind of see what's going to happen at the end, which is good and bad, I guess. But anyway, just to give you a heads up on what we have for graphics options in this port of Bioshock Infinite is pretty standard. 2K Games, Irrational Games, Ken Levine, pretty much promised that unlike the original Bioshock, with this one they were going to make it a priority to flesh out the PC version, make it the optimal version, and give PC gamers customizations to help it run on different systems. They came through on that big time. As far as the port over, it is excellent. You have everything you would come to expect in a good PC game port. And then we'll just go, I mean, you pretty much can get more detailed on this, but I'll just kind of go through everything really quickly. You know, full screen, you have your full screen, windowed full screen, standard stuff. Aspect ratio as well, same thing, you know, whatever you prefer. Mostly go with the native 16 by 9 on mine, 720p is what I'm playing at. Screen resolution 16 by 900 obviously goes lower or higher. Graphics quality, you have your presets, which you would change right here. From quality level, it actually starts at very low, medium, high, very high, and ultra. And then you can customize that, obviously. If you do custom, then you are going to have the option to change your texture detail, texture filtering, dynamic shadows, post-processing, light shafts, ambient occlusion, object level of detail, and that's it for if you were to customize. Basically, this game runs excellent on, for what I consider my system is a medium gaming system. It runs excellent. The only hiccup that I had, and this is something that I guess is pretty consistent no matter what kind of system you have, and it has to do more with the Unreal Engine, is you will have loading issues with coming down a hallway, going down an elevator, coming around a corner. As a new area loads, streams whatever kind of data it has to stream. And I played both. I have it on a 5400 RPM hard drive right now, and I had it on an SSD when I played through. There's no difference as far as the lag and stuttering that you get when new assets and textures are being loaded. It's just something with the engine, I guess. There are some hints and tips on the internet that will have you change certain things, and I'll just leave that to you. But pool size is one of them, so if you want to Google pool size, that's something that might help. I tried it. I didn't really see much of it. I thought I saw a difference, but after a while, I kind of realized that I think it was just my mind playing tricks on me. So anyway, we'll get back to the presets here. On the system I'm playing at, I play it on Ultra. And the game, besides those stuttering issues, the game runs awesome. Like, it's a first-person shooter. You wouldn't expect it to be too intensive, but the game is beautiful. So it kind of had me worried with my system if I was going to have to turn some stuff down. On Ultra, game ran great. So if you have anything medium system and above, you should be fine on Ultra. Brightness settings, you do have the the basic option to reconfigure that. Lock frame rate, which is your VSync. A lot of games I use a program to lock it besides the actual game, D3D Overrider or or through Afterburner set the frame rate. But with this, I left this on. I had no issues as far as it affecting game performance. Didn't feel like I needed to add the triple buffering or D3D overdriver. So I just left the in-game on. Field of view, obviously you can change to get a larger peripheral vision kind of thing. Art subtitles I left off. Enemy health bars basically will show a red bar above your enemy's head. Not too intrusive. I thought that was kind of cool, especially with some of the larger bosses, because it kind of gave me an idea of, you know, where I was at in defeating them. So no harm having those on for me. And then highlight searchable objects, highlight important objects. I left those both on. Just kind of puts a yellow gold shimmer or outline around things that you're either going to interact with or you're able to pick up. So that's that. We'll get out of there. Save change. I don't think I changed anything. Audio, gameplay, controller, obviously the standard options you would have in any PC game. Usually in first-person shooters, I like to go in and take the controller look sensitivity, crank it up to about 3/4 of the way. This one is actually quite low, and I didn't mind it being there. It didn't feel sluggish, it didn't feel bad, it actually was nice and crisp. So I left that there, and I had no issues with it. Again, only issue I had with the game as far as the performance goes is those stutters with level loading. Other than that, runs amazing. Highly recommend the game. Pick it up. Don't expect it to be too long. I'm more of an Assassin's Creed, besides 3, I'm more of an Assassin's Creed fan. Larger games that are going to take me 30 to 35 hours to kind of complete. This game doesn't have that. And unfortunately, once you get through this game, you're through this game. Like, I'm basically creating another game to go play through it again at less of a breakneck speed. So I guess there's a little bit of replayable value if you want to start over. But as far as for me, you know, it's one of those things where it doesn't come with a ton of replay value. So there you go. I'm going to take you through a little bit of the beginning here. So if you don't want to see it, turn off your video.
Is anyone here? Hello?
That money.
Wait a minute, that card.
That's about as hard as the puzzles get.
What in the world is...
A lot of the same art direction as the original Bioshocks, I think. I mean, obviously being a floating sky city in this one instead of underwater city. In a different, slightly different time period, it's still a lot of the same art direction.
All right. Looks like they expect me to sit in their fancy chair.
No shit.
So what the hell? Go!
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The bindings are there as a safeguard.
No, no, God damn it!
Ascension. Ascension in the count of 5. Count of 4.
No, no.
3, 2, 1.
No!
Ascension. Ascension.
Just stay calm.
5,000 feet.
I'm gonna cut out pretty soon. I don't want to show you any more than this, but that's pretty much how it runs. It's smooth, beautiful looking game. Pick it up,
Hallelujah.
even if you wait till it's on sale. Grab it. Highly recommend it. Thanks for watching.